Okay, so we're going to review scientific notation word problems and how to figure out which operation it is that you're using. So when you look at question number 1, it says find the weight of 20 hippopotamuses if each hippopotamus weighs 8,000 pounds. So they're telling you that one hippopotamus weighs 8,000 pounds. How many do 20 of them weigh? So what we're going to do to find out how much 20 of them weigh is we're going to multiply. So we're going to do 8,000 times 20, and we get 160,000. And we're not going to worry about scientific notation at this point. We're just going to worry about whether we add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Okay, look at number 2. There are 25 students per row in the auditorium. How many students are there in 60 rows? So if this is how many are in one row, to find out how many are in 60, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to multiply those two numbers. So 25 times 60 is 1,500. 1,500 students in 60 rows. Okay, number 3. In September 2001, there were approximately 20 seniors with cell phones. In September 2011, the number of seniors with cell phones grew to 380. It says how many more seniors had cell phones in 2011 compared to 2001. So here's how many had it in 2011, and here's how many had it in 2001. So to figure out how many more, we have to subtract. So we're going to do 380 minus 20. I'm going to get 360. 360 more seniors with cell phones. Okay, according to scientists, the weight of an elephant is 15,000 pounds. The weight of a hippopotamus is 8,000 pounds. How many times greater is the weight of an elephant? This, how many times greater? It's asking you to compare the two amounts. This is where we divide. How many times greater is the weight of an elephant? So we're going to take the greater weight, the elephant, divided by the smaller weight, and we get 1.875. So that's how many times greater it is, 1.875. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, number 5, 20 people in the room. If on average each person sends 120 text messages per day, how many total texts? So if each person is sending 120 messages and there's 20 people in the room, we're going to multiply. So 120 times 20 is 2,400. Good. So that's 2,400 text messages. Okay, if a person can perform 5 addition operations in 1 minute, how many operations can a person perform in 60 minutes? You're going to multiply 60 times 5. You're going to get 300. Okay, next one. Last year, we noticed that the population of Rochester was 56,000 people. The population increased by 1,000. How many people live in the city now? To figure out how many more, we have to add. So 56,000 plus 1,000 is 57,000. 50,000 people now live in the city. Okay, number 8. The rate of water over the falls is 484,383 gallons per second. How many gallons go over the falls in 60 seconds? So this is only for 1 second. So to figure out 60 seconds, we got to multiply it by 60. This is where we're going to get a pretty big number. So it's going to be 29,062,980. Okay, 2 more. AT&T has 95.5 million customers, while Verizon has 144.8 million customers. How many fewer customers does AT&T have? So they're asking us how many fewer customers, how many more do they have? So we're going to take those two numbers, and to figure out what the difference is, we're going to subtract. So 144.8 minus 95.5. So this is going to be 49.3. That's how many more customers Verizon has. Okay, last question. It takes 74 minutes to fly to New York City. To drive there, it takes 480 minutes. How many times faster? So you're asking, again, to compare the two. This is division. So 480 divided by 74. You're going to get 6.5, so it's 6.5 times faster. Okay, so I want you to take a minute and reflect upon the things that you read. What are some key words that you notice? Maybe some things I underlined. Those are the things I want you to put in this section down here. List all the things that you know that might help you figure out whether it's add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Then I want you, this is a little study guide for you, so you can use that. These are your questions that I'd like you to use. They're on Schoology, so I'd like you to try them on your own, and they're in scientific notation. Remember that the decimal has to be between 1 and 10. Okay, so you need to make sure that once you get your answer, it's in the correct form. Good luck.